Hi, I'm Cindy Capri. I wanted to talk about fitness. Anything from like health, just want to age well, common health tips, things like that. Also, I wanted to talk about like if you're trying to get in like athletic shape, ready. Those obviously those are two extremes of the coin. But most people are just trying to, be healthy, be able to be mobile, look good naked, whatever. But so all that entails is how much time you're willing to give up, how much time you're going to dedicate to that. Okay, and the good thing about that is it's not as much time as people think. People think that you like have to live in the gym, you have to like eat, sleep, and drink like your calves in order to get your calves bigger, or your glutes in order to get that that nice round butt. You don't have to do that at all. Okay, with proper nutrition, proper sleep, proper exercise, overloading the muscles, you can get that done. It's not that difficult. The more important than actually like the time in the gym is the consistency of going every day. The consistency of that when you set to a routine, you set to a schedule, then you stick to that routine, you stick to that schedule. Okay. One of the biggest things I can say is just that when you're doing that consistency, it goes from everything from your sleeping to your eating to your weightlifting. It goes, or your cardio, whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to lean down or whatnot. So basically what I would advise, or what I would suggest is check out any time that scientists or professional athletes or anybody goes into a discipline of doing something. What they go into is a controlled environment, as you will. They try to take the bits, they try to take the information, and they put it in as much of a controlled environment as they possibly can. And how they do that is, first you start out with managing what you normally do, managing what you normally have already. So if you got your money, let's say you're trying to do a budget, you just want to see how much you're spending. You just want to see where like every single penny goes. If you know where every single penny goes, then you can start making the slight adjustments to improving, your financial outcome, improving that budget. It's the same thing with your diet, all right? So what I try to do is tell people, when you get on a diet, if you eat oatmeal for breakfast, and on Monday you eat oatmeal for breakfast, you eat a tuna sandwich at lunch, and you eat spaghetti at dinner time, then that means try just isolating that for every single Monday. Every single Monday, you eat oatmeal for breakfast, you eat tuna fish sandwich for lunch, and you eat spaghetti for dinner. Okay? That way you have seven different days where you're gonna vary. Most people usually end up eating the similar thing anyway. I mean, I know most of the people that I know, they'll go to the exact same restaurants, or they'll go to the exact same type of restaurants. So they'll go to a burger joint or whatever, and they'll stick with the burger joint, or they'll go to Thai food, and they'll just be eating Thai food almost every single day. So your body needs that isolated, controlled environment. Think about it. Take food out of the topic, but put in medication. When you get a medication from a doctor says, okay, you're going to take this pill, and you're going to take this pill every 4 hours, and you're going to do it for X amount of days. And you have to do it. They want you to do it at the same time. They want you to do the same dose, and it's all to regulate. It's all to give it that controlled environment, that controlled standard. Okay, your food. You should be looking at your food the exact same way. All right. So what you do is you take your food, you break it in. If you, on Tuesday, you eat a bowl of cereal, you eat Taco Bell for lunch, and then you go eat Olive Garden for dinner, well, guess what? Try doing that every single Tuesday. Once you get your spread, once you get your week down, and you're doing that week in, week out, all right, it will take your body a couple of weeks to normalize. Your body's trying to adjust. When we eat all these different things, our body is trying to adjust hormonally, on a hormonal level. It's trying to adjust to all these different hormonal changes that we cause in it. Because acidic foods and high sugar foods and high sodium food, these things cause hormonal imbalances. Okay, and if you control them, if you put them, you're getting the exact same dose of that food, and you're getting it every single day or every single time in a week period, your hormones will actually balance. You won't be thrown off. It will balance in a healthy level or even in an unhealthy level, because obviously if you eat pizza or Taco Bell for every single meal every single day, you're going to be unhealthy. But your hormones will balance. It will balance high. It will balance like with extreme inflammation in your system. It'll balance with low testosterone levels, but it will balance. It'll level out. And so what you want to do is you want to be able to level out. Again, like your finances. If you look and at every single penny you're spending, you realize you're spending more money than you're making, then you're doing that month in and month out. No wonder why I'm in such a high stress environment. Like, I'm spending all this money, and but you're managing to make that work. You're balanced out. You may be in debt, and you may be going into debt, a deficit, but you're still got a normalization going on. Okay, that's all doctors try to do. That's exactly what they're trying to do, is figure out with that medication, get this normalization going on, see, and rule out the culprits until they hit one nail on the head that happens to be the one that's it. All right. So once you get your meals, your diet down, all right, then you want to get your workout program down. You want to get a basic routine. If you're starting from scratch, if you're starting from nothing, if you're starting from like really, really obese, we're talking like, real stupid high percentage fat, okay, body fat, then what you're trying to do is just get moving. You're trying to just be active, okay? You don't see me, I'm not rippling and cut with deep lines or whatever, like I'm this professional bodybuilder that's borderline anemic and taking all these steroids or anything. I just want to age well, and so I maintain myself on what I call a 45-minute a day workout. That's all I do. 45 minutes a day. 45 minutes a day. It keeps my waistline trim. It keeps my body fat low. It keeps me healthy. It keeps me going. I stay in motion. Okay, but if you're going for a more extreme, then obviously you're going to have to tighten that up. What you're going to be doing is you're going to start nitpicking. Again, like the medication, like that doctor medication, you're going to tighten the boundaries on the controlled environment that you're working in. Okay, you're going to tighten your diet up, and you're going to tighten your fluids up. You're going to tighten your workouts more up. You're going to get more strict, is what I'm trying to say. You're going to get more strict of a controlled environment on them. Anyway, so like I said, if you're a beginner, you're just starting out, just get motion, just get moving. You have three primary systems. You have your cardiovascular system, your cardiorespiratory system, and then you have your what that's called. It's the fat system. I can't believe I forgot what it was called. Anyway, it operates in the Krebs cycle and gets the fat moving. Lymphatic. There we go. It's the lymphatic system. You have your lymphatic system. Okay, your lymphatic system is the primary driver for getting fat out of your system. Okay, I'm talking that visceral fat for guys and all over for women. Like it gets that fat out of your body. Okay, actually you sees that work, or that waistline shrinking. That's your lymphatic system. And the best way to get your lymphatic system to work, okay, to work in your favor, is by doing cross lines of working, meaning you have your midline and you have your half line that cuts you from your head, right down the middle, right? And so as long as you're crossing over your planes, that's what they call them, the planes, as long as you cross over these planes, you're getting a more full body workout. This more full body workout helps to pump and dissolve and get the acids that are in your blood needed where that fat is, and that interstitial fat, that subcutaneous fat, all those fat, it helps pump that out. It helps get that out. All right. Don't think that just because you're lifting weights, don't think that because you're going running, don't think that it alone is going to be sufficient enough to burn those calories out, or burn calories, but burn that fat out. Okay. But by all means, like, if any of this sounds interesting, if any of this sounds like you want more of this, then hit like, hit subscribe. We'll get into deeper topics on each little point. We'll get into deeper topics on more of them later. But just to go back to the dieting, when you're dieting, all right, like in your budget, you look at your budget and you see where you spent the most money on. Like maybe you spent that $400 on that TV, or maybe you just eat out every single day, every single meal, and you realize that, oh my God, at the end of the month, I've spent $300 in just eating out. Well, in your diet, it's the same way. Okay, you want to get that spread out, and then you're gonna be able to identify really, really quickly who the culprit is. You're gonna identify real quickly. Oh man, I've been eating at Taco Bell every single lunch because that's just right across the street from my job, and so that's what's killing my waistline. That's what's preventing my results. What you don't want to have happen is that you don't want it to try to do a really drastic overall change, because that is one of those diets that usually you end up relapsing on. You start the diet, you get into it, you realize you're not happy, you relapse, and you get out of it. The best diet in the world, the very best diet in the world, is one that is going to change. It changes your lifestyle, but it's one that you're happy with. It's one that you can stick to. That's the best diet in the world. Anyway, hit like, hit subscribe. Hope to see you back here.
And where the movie started, facing at a photo they've taken. Space tree flying through the skies, and petals happen.